Hi guys, I'm Heather. I'm the athletic secretary here at McNary, going on 5 years now. I'm located in the main office. I happen to be one of the lucky few district employees that are here all summer long. So, there's no excuse for the paperwork to be in late. Sorry to be a buzzkill. But the biggest problem I have, and the toughest part of my job, is when I have to tell a kid they can't go out for their sport because they don't have all their paperwork in. So I'm going to go over that with parents and students here. So hopefully there's no one in this room that I have to say you cannot go out for football on August 20th. So the first form is the high school only athletic participation information and authorization form. Anyone who's a returning athlete, there are some changes on here. So I'm going to walk you through it so that we all see these things together. So for those of you that are incoming freshmen, you'll see at the top right it says student ID number. Your ID number stays with you from kindergarten through 12th grade. So those of you that are 8th graders becoming 9th graders, it's going to be the same ID number. And I ask that you please mark it on there so that I can read it, because I don't know who any of you are. I don't have information on you guys, and this is the best way for me to access that. As you keep going, it's all the basic information: name, address, parent information, parent contact information. This stuff is vital because guess what? In the middle of summer, we haven't rolled over into our new year, so I don't have information to contact you people if something were to happen to your kid while they were here at school. So it's important that I have this information as accurate as possible. As you keep going down, you're going to see a little bolded arrow section that says fees must be paid before students begin practice. The fees next year, unfortunately, go up to $150 a sport. This year they were $125. Next year they'll be $175. If you're on the free and reduced lunch program, it is something you have to reapply for every summer. So in order for me to reduce the fee from $150 to either $60 for the reduced fee or $30 for the free fee, you have to bring me proof that you qualified. Or you have to sign a release on a district authorized form so that I can access that information if you haven't yet submitted your form to food services. August 20th is still a couple months away, so hopefully you guys can spend the next couple of months putting some money away so that you can make sure you have that payment ready to go. Sorry. All right, next portion down. You're going to see date of last physical on file. I don't expect everyone to know the last date off the top of their head. The rule of thumb is it's 2 years. So if your kid had a physical last year, they're going to be fine for this next year. If it was 2 years ago that they had their physical, they're probably in need of a new one. You can either contact your doctor's office, they should have a record of it, or you can contact myself. I keep a record of all of the physicals I get. If you're an incoming 9th grader, Whitaker and Claggett have both given me all the records that they have for physicals, so you can either check with their office or you can contact me and I can look that up for you as well. Please make sure you get your physicals. I highly recommend, if you need to get one, that you schedule that appointment now. Don't wait until August, because I'm telling you, I've had so many people come to me saying, oh, my doctor can't get me in until after the first practice. And I have to say, well, you need to find another doctor to get you in, because I cannot let anyone practice without a current physical. It is against the law. The OSAA governs that, and they are very, very strict on it. It's a huge liability. So please, please, please make sure you have a current physical on file with me. Going down a little farther, you'll see bolded with a star, it says name of medical insurance. I need to have the name of every person that is going out for football's medical insurance. If you do not have medical insurance, you're going to have to purchase the school insurance, and that does cost a couple $100s for tackle football. So keep that in mind. If you don't have medical insurance, you do have to purchase it. Another thing that is against the law, to let anyone practice without medical insurance. As you keep going, you're going to see some other important information about first aid, transportation authorization. By you signing this, you're saying that the school district can provide transportation for your kids. You keep going down, you're going to see your doctor information. If you have a doctor, it's very helpful to have that information. Again, you never know who you're going to need to call for what, and it's just nice to have that extra person on the contact list. And then please make sure it's signed by not only the athlete, but the parent guardian as well. It's crucial that I know that both sets of eyes have been on that paperwork. Flip that page over, you're going to see the McNary Athletic Agreement. This is a brand new document that I worked with several coaches, athletes, and other district members on to create. Hopefully it compiles everything that you could ever want to know about McNary sports. I highly, highly recommend that you read through it and make sure that you understand everything on it. If you have any questions, you can call me or come see me at any time. I'll be more than happy to help you. I would like to direct everyone's attention to the very last bullet, where it reads, all athletes that will be missing school while involved in a sport but plans on attending their practice or game must report absences to the athletic department at least 24 hours in advance. So an example of this would be if you have a dentist appointment at 10 on a Thursday, the athlete must notify the athletic office on Wednesday. The major reason for this, and we've had an issue big time this year, is we have teachers that go, well, Johnny wasn't in my third period class today. Why is he out there practicing? That doesn't seem right if he couldn't make it to my class. And Johnny probably was at a dentist appointment or had a legitimate reason for not being there. But if the teachers are asking us, and I have had no conversation with Johnny whatsoever, I have no way to respond that is appropriate. So it's imperative that you guys let us know. You can either email or come in person and let us know, either myself or Mr. Richards, our athletic director. And then please make sure, again, signed by the athlete and the student or the parent guardian. The back page with the teeny tiny fine print, which always means it's important stuff because the fine print is read the fine print, is a lot of district guidelines. So please make sure you read through all of those. There's a lot of code of conduct stuff on here. It's going to talk to you about if your kid's misbehaving in class, attendance issues. The big one for me is number 5, drugs, alcohol, tobacco. Probably the worst part of my job is having to write any kind of suspension letter for an athlete because they were caught at a party or they were caught smoking something they shouldn't have been. Whatever the case may be, I really, really encourage parents and athletes to make positive choices. Don't let yourself get trapped in some situation that you later will definitely regret. I understand that sometimes you're going to be in a situation where maybe you showed up at a party not expecting to have alcohol, drugs, whatever. If that happens to you, you need to get yourself out of there as quick as possible and self-report to the athletic office the very next day so that we can make sure you don't have any consequences to face you. All right? The next page is going to be a blue sheet, your football safety guidelines. Please look over them. It goes over a lot of extensive information as far as football pertaining to high school goes. We want to make sure that every athlete out on that field is safe and secure. So please make sure you read over it. Flip it over. It is two-sided. Make sure you read that portion as well. And then sign and date at the bottom with the athlete and parent guardian. The last form that I'm going to talk about is the physical. I know I touched base on this earlier, but it really, really, really is important. And I cannot encourage you enough to make sure that you have a current physical. Because it breaks my heart if I have to tell a kid that they cannot go out for their sport until they get me a physical. So please make sure you turn the physical in to myself. Don't take it to the coaches. Don't ever give coaches paperwork because guess what? They're out on the field. They're going to stuff it in their pocket. It's going to fall out on the field, and it's going to blow away with the birds later that night. So please make sure all paperwork comes to me in the main office so I can get it to where it needs to go. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to be here as soon as this is wrapped up, and you can come see me or you can call. I have business cards laying on the table if you need to get in touch with me.